Forcier the Killer Clown, a crime that haunted Florida for decades. Marlene Warren never expected danger to come knocking at her front door. It was a warm Saturday morning in Wellington, Florida on May 26, 1990. The suburban streets were quiet, undisturbed, the kind of place where neighbors exchanged friendly waves and children played without worry. Marlene sat at home with her teenage son, savoring the peaceful start to her day. Then came the knock. Her son watched as she stood up from the kitchen table and walked toward the front door. It was unusual for someone to visit unannounced, but not alarming. Marlene opened the door and was met with a sight that would haunt her family forever. Standing before her was McClown, holding a bouquet of flowers and 2 balloons. One balloon read, "You're the greatest," in bright, cheerful letters. The other had the smiling face of Snow White printed on it. It might have been funny, might have been the kind of quirky moment that brought laughter, but something about the figure was wrong. Marlene barely had time to react before the clown raised a gun and fired. A single shot struck her in the face. She staggered backward, collapsing onto the floor as blood pooled around her. The clown turned and walked away, calmly, deliberately disappearing into the morning sunlight, leaving only stunned silence behind. The investigation. Marlene's son rushed to her side, dialing 911. Desperate for help, police arrived within minutes, shocked by the scene before them. Who would walk up to a home in broad daylight dressed as a clown and commit upon such a cold-blooded crime? Witnesses had seen the getaway car, a white Chrysler LeBaron, speeding away. It was their first lead. Detectives quickly discovered that Marlene's husband, Michael Warren, owned a car rental business, and that just days before the murder, a white Chrysler LeBaron had been reported stolen. The deeper police dug, the more troubling the connections became. Michael Warren had been having an affair with a woman named Sheila Keene, who worked for his business. And Sheila? She had recently purchased a clown costume. She had also bought flowers and balloons, exactly like the ones left at Marlene's doorstep. It was too much to be coincidence, and the case runs cold. Despite the overwhelming circumstantial evidence, the police hit a wall. There were no fingerprints, no DNA, and no confirmed witness testimony linking Sheila Keene directly to the crime. Without irrefutable forensic proof, prosecutors couldn't make an arrest. The case went cold, leaving Marlene's family without justice, and for 27 years now, the murder remained a dark mystery, a crime that refused to be solved. A breakthrough. Then, in 2017, everything changed. Advances in DNA technology had led detectives to re-examine old evidence. This time they found new forensic links tying Sheila Keene to the crime. She was arrested and charged with a first-degree murder, shocking the quiet suburban community. By then, Sheila had married Michael Warren, and the two had moved to Clower, Tennessee, living a normal life, as if nothing had ever happened. For years, they had escaped justice until now. A justice at last. She was sentenced to 12 years in prison, finally bringing closure to a case that had haunted Florida for decades. But the chilling image remains, a killer dressed as a clown, knocking on a door, delivering flowers, and pulling the trigger. A crime so surreal, so twisted that it still sends shivers down the spine of anyone who hears the story. And just like that, the case of the Marlene Warren's murder became one of the most bizarre, haunting true crime stories in history.